Good morning, race fans. Bad Brad coming to you live, 600-1200 WSJS from downtown Winston-Salem. We're coming up on week 8 of this 16-week season, and it's a double points race this week at Bowman Gray. That means there's a chance for some of these drivers to make up some ground in the race for the championship. Tim Brown's nearly perfect performance so far this season has put an enormous amount of pressure on the rest of the field, and no one is feeling that pressure more than Chris Fleming, who didn't even race last week. Former friends Chris Fleming and Brad Robbins have been at it all season long.
Brad, the little weasel he is, he knows he wrecked me.
Chris just went sideways, turned me around, bent my rear end, everything. So it's like a little snake, you know. He's just like a little snake.
And it doesn't help that the Robbins team and the Fleming team park beside each other in the pits every single week.
Let's back this son of a up. These people make me mad. This mother right here. Now you keep your over here. Don't you get near this damn place.
To hold a hard grudge is one thing, but when he gets mad, he's got a temper like just no other.
Tell me which one of them is getting the damn trailer.
Sometimes we just need to separate a little bit, let cooler heads prevail.
Greg Garrison told Chris he'd have to move his parking spot, and Chris told Greg Garrison he could stick his parking spot where the sun doesn't shine. So Chris Fleming, who was running second in points behind Tim Brown, set out Saturday night over a parking spot. Now, Fleming's season, maybe his whole racing career, could come to a screeching halt over his feud with Bowman Gray Stadium and track manager Greg Garrison.
Think you're going back Saturday night?
I don't know. This is the best race season I've ever had at Bowman Gray Stadium. And if I can't get the respect that I want, I ain't sure I want to race here anymore. I don't like nobody running my life for me. I told Greg Garrison that if he moved me and didn't move the 40 car, he can have the damn spot. To me, Gray might have thought it solved some things, but it just threw fuel on the fire. I just hope I don't snap.
Maybe it's a good thing that you didn't go this past week.
I'm glad I didn't go. God's got a plan for me. Maybe he don't want me back at Bowman Gray Stadium. Maybe I was gonna get killed this week, or maybe I was gonna run into somebody and kill them.
I really feel like that you still got something to prove, and you need to go prove it. I think you can win this year.
Well, I'll tell you what, this rear end right here has been our Achilles heel, and it's really pissing me off. So we're gonna take it out and fix it.
This is the 4th weekend in a row that I've had to rear end out of the car. It's really frustrating to keep pulling it out and keep pulling it out. And this rear end is I think, cost me wins. Well, you think about it. We broke that other one the first week and brought this brand new. And no matter what we've done to it, it hasn't been right.
It's about pissed me off.
Well, let's get it out and we'll see.
Let's get it out and fix it.
There's that doubt in the back of my mind. You buy new parts and you put them in the car, you expect them to be right. You got it, Scott?
Yeah. Well, Tim is leading the points right now, so we're behind, but we've got a double points race coming up. Right now, we got to play catch up.
Yeah, just pick it up and spin it, and then I'll take it. There we go. All right, let's take this over here and doctor on it.
All right.
Every so often, a new driver emerges at Bowman Gray Stadium, young, hungry, and full of fire. So while Tim Brown continues to raise the bar from the top, Jonathan Brown, who races out of the Junior Miller garage, is coming up fast out of nowhere. This rookie has shown some serious potential in his first season of racing at Bowman Gray. But if he wants to get up front and run with the big dogs, he's going to have to get that 53 car in victory lane.
Everybody looks at me being one of the youngest out there, and they say, oh, he's wide open, he don't care, you know, he's driving by the seat of his pants. I feel like that's what you're supposed to do. But we're racing, we're not riding. So I go as hard as I can every lap. I've always wanted to race modifieds. That's all I've ever wanted to do. I don't know what sensation people get from doing drugs because I've never done them, but if it's anything like the adrenaline you get from a race car, I don't see how people could quit. If somebody come up and told me tomorrow, hey, you've got to quit racing, I don't know what I'd do. You know, they've got rehab for drugs. They don't have rehab for racing.
People don't realize you sitting there at 30 degrees car.
Oh, yeah.
And header's right beside you, burning your toes off, and somebody runs over you, hey, your fuse is short.
What the hell, man?
I'm a little bit like Chris Fleming. My fuse is about that short sometimes.
Yep.
And it's a little rougher than it looks.
You ask me all the time, you know, you worry when Junior Miller's behind you or Tim Brown's behind you, Burt. I said, hell, we're in that race car.
You don't know, don't care who it is.
They're just somebody in my way. You know, when I was a little boy, we used to go over to Junior's shop. I remember Junior had 3 cars set up, and it was me and my 2 brothers. We'd all get in the cars and act like we was racing. You know, so Junior's always been like a legend to me. But, you know, Junior's getting a little bit older, and now it's my time to win some races.
What I'm waiting on is for y'all to get out there and race for first place. I know y'all ain't gonna get out there.
Nobody will call it blocking, I promise
better
you that.
go.
Yeah, I mean,
Nobody will call it blocking because we'll run the hell out of each
I
other.
better go.
I really don't think Junior's going to run much longer at all. The only reason he's doing it now is for payback to Jason or Burt. You're leading and I'm second, and I'm faster than you. You better hold on because I promise you,
you going in?
I'm going to put the bumper to you. You know, he's getting pretty old, and Junior's probably only want to run another year or so.
You've been watching me run since Moby Dick was a minute, right?
Yeah.
You've been running longer than I've been alive.
And now you're out there racing against him.
It's crazy.
Hey, buddy, what are you dressed out for? Oh.
Man, that freaked me out, dude.
The Burt Myers giant size cutout, I don't know, I really like it. You know, it's kind of quiet, he just stands there and smiles. If he'd be like that all the time, he'd probably be all right. But, you know, he gets tender a whole lot. What's up, guy?
Hey!
Sorry, Burt, shouldn't have done that.
He's smacking it around, ain't he?
He really can't take nobody to give him a hard time.
You'd rather smack your mama than do that to me. I swear, Daddy, I'm gonna hit him. If he lays a hand on me,
Gary.
I'm gonna
Don't
kick
tell him. Don't move, Gary.
I'm gonna drop kick
Don't
him,
move,
bud.
Gary. Don't touch. Look, man. I'm just going, how you doing, bud?
You can how you doing without touching me. If you smack me in the face, I'm gonna knock you out.
I'm scared, ain't you?
Jason and Monk like to play around a whole lot, but I've got work I've got to get done. So, you know, maybe that's why they're not in victory lane as much as I am. Tim Brown is kicking my butt right now. You know, I've got to figure out what's wrong with this rear end. The true track, or the carrier, is the main part of the rear end. It's actually what takes the power from the engine and distributes to the drivetrain, which actually powers the rear wheel. Ha! We bought this carrier, or true track, 3 weeks ago, brand new, and it hasn't been right ever since.
Look right here. See how tall it sticks up?
Yeah.
And when you tighten this up, it makes it lock
Locks
up.
it up.
When they machine the piece from the factory, if it got off just, you know, a couple thousandths, that when you tighten that thing up, it makes it actually like a locked rear end.
It was me, I'd put 3 springs in.
Yeah, Daddy said something about, you know, fix that one and put it back together, but I'm not running that same rear end. This rear end has frigged me up for 3 weeks in a row. I'm not running it. The car has been ill handling because of that rear end. I got to get this thing figured out. It's double points this weekend, and if I'm gonna catch Tim in the points, I need a win. You can call the guy or we can throw it in the trash, but I'm not running this rear end.
It's mid-season here in race country, and that means it's time to put up or shut up.
Watch out!
What the hell, man? God darn Junior trying to turn me in the center.
Junior Miller had some car trouble last week that sent his red car to the garage, but that didn't keep him from putting the bumper to Jason Myers. And if it weren't bad enough, the Myers contested Junior's carburetor.
Miller carburetor's okay.
I'm $500 coming out of their pocket. Yeah, $500 out of their pocket, and we won, and we beat him for the win.
Yeah.
But the race for the championship rages on. So if Junior and the Myers don't get serious about racing instead of wrecking and make up some serious ground this week on double points night, they're all gonna fall behind in the chase for the championship.
Ready to roll?
We are ready to roll.
I gotta get BJ.
All right, get BJ.
BJ.
I'm going over to Brian Salter's today to get the heads replaced on the red car. The heads are broke, blowed up, and we got to go put new heads on. Hey, you know, Jason was crying the other day about me winning the race.
Yeah.
Hey, I got the program out and looked at it. Put his and Bird's together, and I've won almost twice as many as both of them.
Well, yeah.
Almost twice as many as both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 2 Myers, they can't figure it out. They think the old man is illegal. When he put that $500 up, an official come over and told us that he's going to check the carburetor, and I said, man, that's music to my ears. That made me just as happy as winning the race. I sure appreciate that $500. I'd rather have $500 from the Myers clan than $5,000 from the bank.
The lesson being learned is Don't mess with the king, because you'll lose your 500.
Amen, brother.
BJ.
I don't know, $500 must mean a whole lot more to him than it does me. I wouldn't learn to take a man's money like it. Just like stealing. I guess he thinks just because it's the end of his career, he ought to be able to get by with anything.
Anytime Junior's competitive, something's illegal. It's that simple. It's that simple. Whether it's his heads or his carburetor or soak tires, if Junior is running competitive, he's illegal. I mean, everybody over there knows Junior had an illegal carburetor on over there the other night. That's all he's got, Jay. That's all he's got.
Where you at, Brian?
Hey, Eric, what's going on, man?
Junior Miller, trying to save some money, bought some heads on eBay, and they turned out to be junk. Cylinder heads are important because they contain the valves, the springs, little intricate things that will directly contribute to the engine's performance. It's important for an engine to run, but it's crucial that they're right for it to run fast.
I saw the heads on the internet, and they was $2,500, and that's cheap for a set of 18-degree heads ready to go on the motor. So we put them on, and it ended up to be bad.
How you guys been? Good.
Yeah, you don't ever know what you're gonna get when you buy it on eBay.
Yeah, I heard.
Now that we got $500 worth of Myers money, it's gonna get us a real good set of heads now, and get us a good motor together, and go around and see if we can't bust our ass.
Put them new ones on there and go with what we talking about.
Okay.
I'm tired of shortchanging you. We're gonna give you something to work with. We gotta go.
Who's that saying that, Brian? That ain't Junior, is it? Junior's a little tight with money, he don't want to spend $5 on a piece to go on the race car, but he'll tear up $5,000 worth of stuff to keep the Myers from winning the race.
Even though sometimes Junior likes to not do, you're playing Russian roulette.
Yeah.
When I get to build it at the end of the year, I have to put seats in it and sometimes valves and.
You told me it was junk heads. I didn't really hardly believe you.
Junior's replacing the heads on the motor. There's a lot of work involved in replacing a set of heads. I really don't know if Brian will be able to get it done in time for the race Saturday night.
I'm up to my eyeballs.
I know.
So I gotta get busy.
Yeah.
So now it looks like Junior's going to get to spend a lot more money to get some heads for his car. I just hope that when we open the engine up, there's nothing else wrong with it.
When you think? I still need some time to...
Probably be about 4 o'clock Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
4 o'clock Saturday afternoon.
You know, some guys play video games or go ride go-karts, whatever, to keep their skills honed, keep all the reflexes sharp. Me and a couple of my buddies, we got cars we race in the backyard. And we just take old cars, whatever we can come up with, and take them over there and just race them.
Who's riding with me? Nobody?
But we can go out there and beat and bang, turn each other over. We have no rules. I guess that's where you say I hone my skills at, learn to wreck people or do my bump and run, is a little dirt racing, getting dirty. I definitely feel like I'm as good as Burt, I'm as good as Jason, as good as Junior. When I'm behind Junior or Junior's behind me, I don't look at him and say, oh, he's won 15 championships. When I strap my helmet on, I'm as good as everybody out there.
Sure enough, we took Junior's cylinder heads off the car and opened them up, and we found some more problems. The oil in your car has to be changed every 3 months. Well, in racing, these titanium valves need to be changed at least once a year. And Burt Myers changes his, Tim Brown changes his. Junior's old-fashioned. He don't see the need. Junior Miller has run these valves now for 3 years. They should have been replaced 2 years ago. So we're going to be stuck with less than standard equipment that we need to be running. The valves and the cylinder heads, they have to work together for optimum performance. So if we're going to replace the heads on this engine, we need to go ahead and put new valves in too, because these valves are in terrible shape. The bad thing is, these titanium valves are $98 a piece. There's 16 of them in a head. If you do the math, it equals up to Junior not buying valves.
Hey, Burt.
Yeah?
Did you even notice that Chris wasn't there this week?
He's not worthy of my time. Somebody was telling me that Chris has got 2 cows. One's named Burt and one named Jason.
This is Burt and Jason. They're both girls. They're the hard-headedest cows I ever met in my life.
I said the fact that he's even thinking about us makes me feel good. But hey, you're focusing on the wrong part of the story. He's got 2 cows. Are they milk? Yeah. He's got 2 cows. That's funnier than anything.
He uses them towels when Gray won't let him park where he wants to.
Cows.
Towels or cows?
Cows, Dad.
He's got 2 cows?
Cow, Daddy. Like moo.
Oh.
Did he say towel?
Yeah. That's what I thought y'all said. Y'all need to speak up.
Why would he have 2 towels named Burt and Jason?
To use when Gray won't let him park.
2 towels. Who names a towel?
Who names a cow?
Everybody names their cows.
I mean, you call one Betsy or Burt, but you wouldn't call one Jason.
I mean, Daddy's right, Burt. That is a pretty common name for a cow. What y'all got work to do?
Well, folks, we're here live in the studio with Chris Fleming, right here in the hot seat today.
It's good to be here, Brad.
Man, I got to ask you, we've been hearing stuff all over town. This is ridiculous. You're in contention for a championship, and you're not going to show back up to Bowman Gray over a parking spot?
It seems like to me that Gray Garrison could care less if I show up at Bowman Gray Stadium, and that aggravates me. It's a sign of, to me, of disrespect.
You're willing to sit out over this respect issue?
Yeah, there's some things in life that's more important.
Caller, you're on Bad Brad Radio.
You know, this Chris Fleming dude, he's a chump. Respect is earned at the track. He needs to man up and take care of business like it needs to be taken care of.
I am manning up. I told him that my word is good, and my word is going to be good.
So, caller, are you still going to be in the grandstands if Chris Fleming doesn't show up Saturday night?
I'll be at the grandstands watching everybody. I don't care where they park.
Chris, he doesn't seem to be a Chris hater, but he does seem to disrespect your situation there a little bit.
He don't understand my situation. He's never been in it.
Is Chris Fleming done? Have we seen the last of Chris Fleming at the bull ring?
I want respect, and I'm going to get some respect from Gray Garrison, or the black and red 13, Chris Fleming, the showstopper, may not be back to Bowman Gray Stadium.
This week, it's double points at the Madhouse, and at Bowman Gray Stadium, double points just means more pressure for the drivers.
We check everything during the week for going over to Bowman Gray Stadium for a double points night. We want to have everything perfect because you can't go over and lose points.
It's real important on those double points night that's when you really stand out and have a good night. A man could go over there and run good every single week, and if he has bad luck on those double point nights, he's out.
Burt Myers, Chris Fleming, Jonathan Brown, and Junior Miller, they're all looking for a way to take that #1 spot away from Tim Brown.
There's some nights that you can gain in the points, and then that quick, you may lose all that you gain.
The question is, who wants it more? And who's willing to do whatever it takes to take Tim Brown out and take over the race for the championship?
I ain't gonna give him one tap. First thing I give him is gonna be a knockout punch.
Junior.
Yeah.
This is Brian.
Yeah, man.
On this cylinder head I'm going to be putting back on your engine, the intake valves are in pretty bad shape.
Really?
Yeah, could we get some new intake valves?
Just reground them, I guess.
If the driver doesn't keep up with technology, you're going to be left behind. I mean, it's just that simple. If you take a race car from the 40s and compare it to a race car to today, then that car will be lapped twice before it got around 1 lap.
When Bowman Gray started, you just go out and pick up a car for $25, $30, and you take the headlights and the windshield and stuff out, and you go down and race.
Modified racing started back here in the Carolinas with the moonshiners back in the day. They had these old 36 Chevrolets and 44s and big tires, motors hanging out, and basically they called them modifieds.
Back then, you couldn't just go to the store and buy the best pieces that are made. They just had cars. They didn't have souped-up trick, high-performance aftermarket parts. You had to make everything to make that car better yourself. They would take a piece of pipe and bend it around a tree You know, and now we just go buy what we need.
The cars weren't anything like they are now. They were basically street cars that were modified into a race car.
Today,
these cars are built so good that you can buy speed.
Junior just doesn't keep up with technology. I mean, his attitude is, well, we didn't have to do that 20 years ago. I can win with a wheelbarrow.
You spend the rest of this year to be all worried about.
If a driver doesn't keep up with technology, you're going to be left behind. He's just got to buckle down and put some money in the engines. Won't spend the money, and it's hurting him.
Going up here to get a haircut. Cutting it off and on for 30 years, you know.
Hey.
Hey, Wendy, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
She's been behind me 30 years. I got to come by and stay behind her for a little bit.
I love it when the race season starts because I know that I'm getting ready to see Junior Miller again. He's my favorite race car driver of all time. Best driver Bowman Gray ever had. I'm the #1 fan. Pull for Junior.
There you go.
I have to scream as loud as I can.
Back in the old days, you know, Wendy, I felt like she's a good luck charm to me. I see her in victory lane a whole lot, and it seemed like we had more of them probably then than we do now. Most everybody back in didn't spend the money that they spend now, you know. It's,
yeah.
Some of these guys have got some high dollar toys out there.
I know. It's a big difference now, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you're still running up there and beating them all.
Yeah.
So that's proof you don't have to have that. If you're a good driver, you got it, you know?
Well, when I think I can't beat them all, I'm not going back over there. I think we can beat them all. And,
you still got some
the only reason I go over
good years ahead of you.
Yeah, we'll shake them up some more. I thought about quitting, but I ain't going to quit till these Myers boys quits crying.
Double points night this weekend, so the last thing I need is mechanical failure. Now that I've moved up to second in the points and Tim can see me in his mirror now, it's getting more serious.
What's wrong with your rear end, Burt?
That piece is bad, that carrier.
Are you gonna use part of the old one with part of the new one?
Yeah. You know, it's really frustrating. This is what, I think the 4th weekend in a row that I've had to rear end out of the car. So I'm gonna go back to my old one that I ran last year and just take that top piece off the new one. I'm gonna use that with my old piece. What happened when I broke the axle? If you can imagine, when it rung off, it got bigger because it sheared it. And when it got bigger, it egg-shaped that hole where the axle goes in there. Well, it only goes in there about that far. So I'm replacing that piece that's just in there. So I don't think there's any damage anywhere else. And all I'm doing is replacing that top piece. And that way I feel confident that I've got the rear end that I ran all year last year in the car. There's no driver out there that wants to win as bad as I do. You know, Tim is being handed a championship here. At least if you're in the fight and you're duking it out and you get beat, that's easier to handle than if you don't even make it to the ring. And right now, I'm not even making it to the ring.
Junior Miller, he's been around forever. I remember watching Junior race when I was still in school.
Helen?
Junior.
Yeah.
Chris Fleming. I'm gonna talk to Junior because even though I think he drives dirty from time to time, he's still one of the best that ever crawled behind the wheel. Listen, I know it's late. Won't you meet me for supper? I want to talk to you.
All right.
You know, I know you've been through it all.
Yeah.
And me and you, I just want to talk to you.
Yeah, that's good. I'll be glad to meet when you can talk to you, man.
All right, I'll talk at you. I appreciate it.
Give me a holler. See you.
See you.
All right.
Young boy's got me and Squeaky trying to get the back bumper mounted on his car, and he's working on the front, we're working on the back. We're gonna see if we can't meet in the middle somewhere. We all run out of the same garage here. It's a big team, you know. So we're not like the Myers. We don't go out there and consider ourselves one thing. You know, we're two different teams. And Jonathan's a big help to us on the 69, so we try to help Jonathan out all we can too.
You know, the biggest difference between me and Junior as far as racing at Bowman Gray is I'm very particular about my car. I want everything just right. And, you know, Junior and Eric, they're kind of, they think just because they won so many races that, you know, they're just automatically going to run good. I guess they feel like they don't have to put as much time in the car because Junior can make it up behind the wheel. Everybody else putting the time in the cars plus making it up behind the wheel, so I think those days are over.
I'm ready for you to get this car together so we'll actually have somebody to run with us.
Yeah. You know how I can tell Junior's always faster than me? By the way he's behind me. Junior may be kind of burnt out, you know. He's done this for a long time and he has nothing else to prove. He's won everything he could. He's all-time win leader at Bowman Gray, my first full season. And, you know, I'm pumped up, ready to go. I'll work all day and all night if I got to, if that's what it takes to win races. But I really want to beat Junior, not just because it's Junior, not because both cars come out of the same shop, just because he's the king right now. You know, he's what's known as the king. I'll tell you this, Junior might be the king, but I'm the new prince. Come take his throne.
I'm driving down to Walnut Cove to talk to Junior Miller. I want an unbiased opinion from a man that's been around this sport a long time. You know, they say at Bowman Gray Stadium, the only friends you got is the ones you bring in with you. Junior Miller might not be my closest friend, but I need some advice from somebody that's been around a while.
Is your steak good?
That's as good a steak as I ever eat.
Well, I tell you, these strips is real good.
You know, half of Bowman Gray would pass out and fall over if they knew me and you were sitting there eating supper together. You know it?
Probably.
I tell you what, though, I'm angry, man.
I don't mind, man.
Every time I get to think about it, I start shaking.
Well, yeah. That's what they want you to do, stay at home. Then they ain't got to worry about you. Now, if you stay home, I don't go over and be the thorn in their side, like in the Bible, there's a thorn in their side there today. That's what I'm going to be to them marriages. I might go over there for 10 years just to be the thorn, you know.
Miller, you are the dirtiest player in the game.
No, how you figure that? Not me.
You know, I just can't. I talked to Daddy. Daddy wants me to go back.
Yeah.
I talked to Frank. Frank wants me to go back.
Yeah.
I talked to Amy. She wants me to go back.
Yeah.
But I don't want to go back.
I go over Saturday morning, pull up beside the 40 car and get out and leave. That's what I'd do.
You know, I got a mind of my own.
Yeah, I know that.
I've screwed a bunch of stuff up in my life.
Yeah. Over there, you let them take advantage of you one time, and it's over with. All of them gonna do it. But I'm telling you, you better come on back over Saturday night, because, hey, them people just gonna say, hey, we run him off.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna tell you, they didn't run me off, but...
Well, I mean, you know that, but they don't. But hey, come on back Saturday night, man. Don't let them run you off, because you ain't built that way. See you, man.
See you.
What's up, June?
What are you doing?
You right on time, buddy.
What, you need something lifted?
No. You know, if the car would have been just anywhere close to where I needed it, I would probably won the race the other night. Help him, Daddy. I've got to be able to stop having these mechanical problems. I've got to stop this right now because Tim's lead just keeps growing and growing and growing every week. And, you know, at some point, I've got to stop the bleeding. There it is. That's it. You can't ever rule out a problem when you got new parts that are failing. I had a brand new rear end that we thought we had fixed 2 different occasions, and it never was right, and now I've had to go back to another rear end. I really need those double points this weekend. So I'm telling you now, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to win Saturday night.
Well, good morning, race fans. It's race day here in Winston-Salem. The drivers are down at the track getting ready for the mid-season race, and it's shaping up to be a real turning point in the season. It's double points down at Bowman Gray Stadium tonight, and all the drivers want to bring home the big win.
I want to be the most active driver with the most championships and the most wins. To be a household name, hey, Tim Brown's the man. I mean, when he raced at the stadium, he brought it.
The rookie is looking for his first victory. The king is trying to regain his crown, and the golden boy desperately needs a win. And Chris Fleming, we'll be watching to see if he even shows up.
Junior's too tight to fix the red car, so I guess we'll be running this orange one again.
You know, this being my first full season, I'm definitely wanting to win. I'll do whatever it takes to make sure I'm able to make a name for myself.
best position you can be in right now. But he's the one with everything to lose. You have to use these weeks where you can gain a lot of points to your advantage. I'm not really worried about the points. I'm just worried about winning the race, and I'll do whatever it takes to win the race. If I get to the front and Tim's still up there, he's going to be the one worried, not me. So we'll just see how it pans out. Yeah, we're definitely not done. We're gonna run this thing to the end, and I think we're gonna beat that blue car.
Hey, Junior, doesn't that look like Chris Fleming pulling in?
I'm going to pull in my spot. If the wrecker's there, I'm going to move the wrecker. You know, I'll hot wire the piece of if I have to. It might piss somebody off. We'll see what happens.
With Chris Fleming, you never know which one's going to show up. The angel, the devil, we'll just take whichever one we get. So go from there.
This is a return of the showstopper, and the show ain't going to stop till I'm in the front. Sitting here in my spot, and I got out and moved it. I pulled on in my spot. I've been thinking about this all week. I've consulted with my family. I've consulted with Junior Miller, and I made a decision to come back. I'm not running from Brad, and I'm not running from Gray. It's going to hurt them worse to outrun them. That's what I'm planning on doing.
I think Chris should have run last week. You know, he didn't come, so I'm glad he changed his mind this week and decided to come back.
You can't win a championship when you're sitting in the bleachers.
This thing will hold together for us. We got a pretty good shot of winning this thing.
Starting 12, number 69, Junior Miller. Starting 10, the current points leader in the Farm Bureau Insurance Modified. Number 83 is Tim Brown. Starting 7, number 13, Chris Fleming. Starting 6, number 4, Jason Myers. Inside row number 3, starting 10, number 1 is Burt Myers. Starting 4th, number 53 is Jonathan Brown. Insurance Modified, the most powerful cars in the NASCAR station.
All right, Chris, we need a top 5 finish. You can't dust your wheels ain't on the cars to beat the cars. All right, man, pinch cars off, Tim. Pinch cars off. Get ready, man. Get ready. Get ready, bud. Get ready. Get ready. Go, 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 go. Green, green, green. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
On the start of the race, I'm on the outside of the 53 car. You know, we kind of bang a little bit, and I hang on.
Still there, still there, still there, still there.
And my spotter's yelling, you know, clear behind him, but, you know, I don't want to be behind him. I want to be in front of him.
Clear, 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 clear. All clear, all clear.
Burt's on the outside of me. I thought I had him beat, but at the last second, he snuck on by me there.
What a pass. Burt Myers goes to the outside of Jonathan Brown to claim the second spot behind two-time feature victor Brad Robinson, the number 40 car.
You know, I'm pissed off, but there's a lot of laps up in this race, and I'm going to catch him.
As we're running and I catch the 40 car and I give him a tap, it seems like every time I back off of the 40 car, the 53 car is giving me that same tap. Hey, man, it's time to go. So my only chance is to hurry the 40 car up so I don't get run over.
Halfway, halfway.
Finally, as we come up off turn 2,
come on, it's clear, clear, clear.
I give the 40 car a tap, and he spun out through the infield. I didn't mean to spin him out, but I can't drive the car for him. If that had been Tim Brown or Jason that I gave that same tap to, we would have still been racing. If I hit Brad Robbins like that, apparently he spins out. He ain't got got behind on his steering and ran out of talent.
All right, man. Be on your toes here, Tim. Be on your toes, bud. The 40 car might be waiting on the 1 car. I believe it is. Be ready.
He's waiting on you. He's waiting on you.
A lot of times at Bowman Gray, you do have to move somebody. If they're looking for revenge, they'll actually wait on you, and they will wreck you. My spotter's yelling on the radio, he's waiting on you, he's waiting on you. And as we come around off turn 3...
Going into 3 right now. He's waiting on you, buddy. Yeah,
I see him running real slow down the front stretch. You know, there's one side of me that's saying, you know, nail him.
Going into 3 right now. He's waiting on you, buddy. He's waiting on you. He's waiting on you.
There's the other side that's saying, you're leading this race, man. You got to try to win.
Watch out. Here it comes. Halfway.
If that'd been Tim Brown or Jason that I gave that same tap to, we would have still been racing.
If I hit Brad Robbins like that, apparently he spins out. The 40 car might be waiting on the 1 car. I believe it is. Be ready.
A lot of times at Bowman Gray, you do have to move somebody. And if they're looking for revenge, they'll actually wait on you, and they will wreck you.
Going into 3 right now. He's waiting on you, buddy.
I see him running real slow down the front stretch.
Be ready.
As we get to turn 1, he just nailed me. I look over and his tire is right up in my face. And I back into the wall and I feel like my car is destroyed. I didn't think that the punishment fit the crime.
Get out, beat his ass.
If a man bumps you off the corner, he's faster than you and you deserve to be bumped. I'm ready to rip his head off.
Get out and beat his ass.
I can't explain how mad I was. And I lost it.
You stupid mother. Why the hell did you do that, Glenn?
This was double points night, so I knew if I could win the race, I could really make up some points on Tim, so I can't explain how mad I was. And I got out of the car and I stomped on his car and I kicked his windshield in and asked him, you know, exactly, what were you thinking? I think that's exactly what I said. What were you thinking?
Bowman Gray City and track crew on the scene, along with Winston-Salem's finest. Oh, double points night. That's not a good thing. The 3-time Farm Bureau Insurance Modified champion, Burt Myers.
Somebody just waited on me and took me out of another win. Some of the security grabbed me, and I took my walk of shame through the infield.
Burt jumped up on the damn hood and started stomping his hood. Man, that little stinker paid him back, didn't he?
Jonathan Brown in the 53 machine will be starting on the pole with Chris Fleming on the outside of row 1, and Jason Myers will start 4th. Tim Brown will be 5th on the starting grid. Junior Miller is currently 8th in the rundown on lap 18 of this double points event.
8 laps to go. I want 8 good laps. I want you to finish this race in 2nd or 3rd.
My car ain't running so good, but I got a chance to win this race. You can darn well bet I'll try.
You know, Tim Brown, Junior Miller, I've been watching these guys race since I was just a little kid. And right now I'm leading. I'm going to do whatever it takes to keep these guys behind me and win this race.
Get that car bound up a little bit. Let's get on up there on him. Let's get on him. Get ready to go. Get ready. Get ready. Go, 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 go.
Come in and turn 1 off this restart. I'm leading. Chris Fleming's right behind me. He calls himself the showstopper. I'm about to stop his show right here.
The car's not holding in the corners any good.
Come on, come on.
Okay, we got to protect that inside. That's your main goal. It was protecting the inside. Don't do that no more. This won't run. The car will not run. Keep it on the bottom. Keep it on the bottom.
White flag.
The white flag flies going into the final lap, and it's Jonathan Brown pacing the field looking for his first feature win here at the famed quarter mile.
If I can just hang on one more lap, I'm going to win this race.
Chris Fleming is making a move on newcomer Jonathan Brown.
Good job. Got to work on your car a little bit. I think it looks good. Come on in here. Boy, you are.
have been a great race for the fans.
We're leading the points with the blue 83 car.
So I'm happy.
It's double points night, and I finished second. It's really put me back in the game. That's bittersweet because that only means I'd have been better if I hadn't missed last week. But I can't worry about that now.
I love you. That's great.
That was wild, wasn't it? I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad I'm here for my wife. She's very happy. Frank was tickled to death. I'm happy. I'm glad I'm here.
I don't have any problem with the 40 car, never have. I bumped him in the middle of the corner and he spun it out. I mean, I can't drive the car for him. Now I got a wreck race car, and Tim's even further ahead in the points.
Jonathan Brown, first win ever in the Farm Bureau Insurance Modified. Jonathan Brown.
I'm carrying my trophy around for at least a week. I'm going to bring it. I'll probably show up the track. I can't wait to ride my bike home holding that trophy. It's going to be pretty sweet.
Jonathan to become the 114th different feature winner here at Bowman Gray Stadium.
Tell you what, I just hope they're a lot easier to come now because it feels like I've done everything and been so close.
Well, we like to be in victory lane ourselves, but if we can't get there, we enjoy to see John Boy get his first win.
Jonathan, come on over to the winner's circle to pick up your trophy.
Well, race fans, the mid-season race has come and gone. Burt Myers got wrecked. Now, it's going to take more than just one race for him to catch up to Tim Brown. The rookie got his first win on double points night and passes Junior Miller in the standings as he becomes a serious contender for the championship. Tim Brown is still in first place, but there's still a lot of battles to be fought.
This is all my side of the garage. The only side you got's outside.
Burt's problems on the track are causing friction in the shop.
What is up?
I think it's that time of the month.
Stop it.
Chris Fleming is back in the race, but his temper is still running high.
Get your ass out of here.
That's us all there, fella.
You best be getting out of my pits. There's going to be another one. You